Hi, my name is Packy, creator of Pack Rat's Shack. I upcycle furniture, build out of pallet wood, finish interior spaces, and have a vendor booth for my creations. Welcome to my world. So we've already seen that after getting the floor done that I went ahead and got the drywall installed behind the toilet. And then I continued on with the rest of the drywall throughout the bathroom and into the closet that was not done yet. And since there's so much left to do in the bathroom, I went ahead and covered the floors with cardboard to protect them until the entire bathroom is complete. So now I finally get to install the toilet, which is what I've been striving for since I've been down here, which has been a good 3 months. But this actually was back in August, so it's not like I've been going all this time without a toilet. And of course, I went ahead and started with the flange. That didn't go so smooth either.
Oh crap. Grabbing before I can even get it down there. Oh crap. Oh geez. Okay, so I stomped on it and I got it down, but I tried hitting it with this to pivot it around and I just can't get it to budge. We wanted these to be rotated further. I should have kept spinning it and then stepped on it, and I just panicked because I saw it grabbing and not going down, and I didn't think I could stomp on it. And so then I was trying to get it. Yeah, I just panicked. So don't panic. That's number one. Don't panic, because I still got it down. Had I just kept spinning it, I could have just still slammed it down. And now these are barely off center. I might be okay, but really this isn't the preferred thing. We want these to be more like that, so that our anchors are in these areas, but these areas more straight across.
I mean, why is it that plumbing seems to be my worst nemesis in this whole finishing process? I mean, it's really not that hard. It's one of the simplest things to do. It just seems to be continually turning into a cluster effort for me, and quite frankly, I kind of don't understand it. I mean, the fact that it keeps clustering up on me, not how plumbing works.
Wax ring is on. Hopefully it won't fall off. we've already turned off the water. I've got the outdoor spigot on, draining it. So I'll just cut the end off and make sure. And drain out any water that's left. Ooh. This is actually not meant to be used for this, although it's very similar to the idea of the PEX covers for this. They're like almost $10 on Amazon, and this was under $6 at a local hardware store, but it's actually got an internal piece that screws into some threading. I used my Dremel tool to kind of Dremel sand back the threading that was used for, so that it would fit over the PEX to be able to be used. Okay, so I looked it up and it is 1 inch, so we're going to measure this. It's the 1 inch mark. I want to make sure I get in a position to where I hold the PEX flat against the base of the tool. So that after the tool gets started, it doesn't move around and make a jagged edge. So there, we have that. Okay, so on the sharp right, and it still just seems way longer than it needs to be. But nope. So anyway, it's in the off position now. And then you do a quarter turn up parallel with the pipe or hose, and then it'll be turned on. But before I turn the water on, I want to try to address a couple other things. Okay, so for whatever reason, the instructions for this shower valve says you cannot use PEX from here going down to the bath spigot. So you're supposed to use metal pipes. So I got galvanized metal for that. Now it's going to be easy to tell which side's down because that's the only one that's down. So now, if I was wanting to position it centered like here, there's not even space for me to make an elbow. So I guess I gotta make my elbow right here as small as I possibly can, and then that's gonna push it over just however far it pushes it. Okay, I'm hoping this is what it takes to shut everything off so I can turn the water back on. So counterclockwise until it stops. There, it stopped. So I'm hoping that's off. Oh God, this is stressful. All right, so here's the nerve-wracking part, turning the water back on so I can check leaks over here and leaks here. I have this with a makeshift bigger pipe just to direct it down to a bucket, and I got a bucket screwed into place up there just so in case this is not in the right position. Okay, time to turn on the water. Water coming out down here, which it's coming through the pipe for that piece, so I'm just thinking it's not all the way off. Counterclockwise, like the direction said is on. There's not much water flow. First flush in this house. I think the problem with this is because you're supposed to flush the system before you install this, but I didn't want to flush the system until like I had walls to protect all of this stuff, especially with all the wiring that was here. So I think that because of how little of water is coming through when it's in the on position, I think it's because it's already clogged with silt and stuff that's just in all the pipes from sitting so long and not being completely flushed. It's something I probably need to address before I close the wall in, but it's also good to just have it kind of how it is right now, all exposed, so I can check in a day and then in 2 days make sure all of my actual joints or plumbing junctions, whatever you want to call them, just to make sure everything is tight and there's no leakage from there. But technically I can get started on installing my hardy backer along these two walls even while I'm waiting to make sure all of this is good. And I also still have more drywall in the closet to install, but it's just too tight to like even show you what I'm doing back in there. It's just installing drywall. The breaker panel box is here, the back side, and there's a few spots where wire is where I think it's too close to the studs and could technically be screwed through and gotten to. So I did buy some metal plates to put over that section of the studs so you can't screw through them. I don't know, I think that's it for the plumbing part of the day.
So I know this video is a pretty boring part of the project that's going on down here, but it was a huge milestone for me, and I'm glad it's over. I was just so completely excited that I finally had a toilet. And yes, the plumbing and the wiring that's running through the one shower wall has been a concern of mine, but what can I say? It was roughed in by certified electricians, certified plumbers, and inspected and passed before I even got down here to do all the finish work that I've been showing you that I've been doing. So I really don't know what there was that I could have possibly done. If you consider the fact of all the money that it costs to get these things done, and the fact that it was passed by an inspector, if I was to ask either the electrician or the plumber to come back to reroute their stuff, that just would have been more money out of our pockets. Like I said, I just really don't know what else there was that I could have done, being that this was all roughed in by professionals. Anyway, that's a wrap on this video. Hopefully the next one's a little more interesting. And as always, I greatly appreciate your viewing support. And until next time, stay safe out there.